Hi guys, it's Relaxing Sounds 92, and the people who befriended me on Facebook know that I ordered a new microphone. Well, actually, it's a handheld recorder, but I mean, I used to film everything with my camera, and now I have an extra thing. So I can't promise you I'll do a lot with it right away, but of course I just got it in and I want to do a sound check immediately. I don't know anything about video editing, so I guess it'll be a little while until I figure out how to align video and sounds and stuff. But I got some interesting effects now, I think, because you can probably, if everything's going okay, hear me on your left side, and I can go over you and go to your right side. And I know that this isn't new on, well, YouTube and in the ASMR community, where I think is pretty awesome. And I just have some things lying around here, and I thought I'd make a few sounds for you, and, well, just sound check, see if I can do nice stuff with this. sound? I hope nice. I mean, I do have the earplugs in it, so I can hear it if things are too harsh, but of course I'm making the sound so I can also hear them outside my headphones, so I can't hear it too well. And I do notice, I think, that there is some background white noise, you know, that it's just the fuzzy stuff you hear in the background. And I can adjust the level of detection, sort of. But I think that really depends on you guys, because if I put it up, the background noise gets louder. But if I put it up, you can also hear my mouth sounds better, like the lip smacking and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure everybody has a different preference, so maybe I'll just do different stuff. I don't know. So maybe I can also tell you a little bit about what I'm doing currently with my studies, because I'm having a research project right now, and it's a pretty short one. Well, we actually want to do quite a lot, so it's a bit stressy, and it's very easy to make mistakes in, which my don't know the word, I haven't prepared this. Sometimes I'll look up words just in case before I record. But anyways, I'm doing a genetics project right now, and with that I am using primers to look for genetic differences between two lineages of the same species. The species is called Asobara japonica, and it's a species of parasitoid wasps. So they lay their eggs inside a host. The hosts are usually Drosophila flies, larvae, and or pupae, I'm not really sure. And while they grow inside the host, they eventually kill them, and then they emerge as new wasps. So it's not a very pleasant, sweet life cycle or anything. But anyways, many Hymenoptera have the tendency to live a kind of special life in case of reproduction, because a female wasp can determine which of her eggs she wants fertilized, so she can store the sperm that she got from a male, and she can decide which of her eggs to fertilize, and fertilized eggs become females and unfertilized eggs become males, which also makes the females diploid, which means they have every gene twice, like humans, and males are haploid, which means they only have one copy of every chromosome. Anyways, there is this bacteria called Wolbachia, and he can interfere in the sex determining department, and Wolbachia causes unfertilized eggs to also become female. So as a female, the eggs you fertilize become females, but also the eggs you don't fertilize become females because of that bacteria that you're infected with. So you only get females, and you don't need males anymore. So in populations where every female has that bacteria, there are no males left. And that's just the way it is. No males needed. And because of that, all the sexual stuff that you used to need, you don't need anymore. And there can be a negative selection for that, because if such a sexual trait actually costs you energy or something, then there may be selection to not have that trait anymore. And it can also just fade away slowly, because there can be mutations in the part of the genome that regulate those traits, and those mutations won't have any effect because you're not using the traits anymore, so those will just accumulate and eventually the traits will disappear completely. And we have two lineages of the same species, and one species is infected with Wolbachia for several generations, and one is not. And we are going to look and see if we can find primers that will be indicative for being a sexual or an asexual wasp. And the methods are really boring. I'm using pipettes all day, every day, and like I said, it's very easy to make a mistake, and you don't know whether you've made a mistake until you're done, till the end of the day. So this week, me and my lab partner were busy with putting in primers for 2 days and running it on gel, and then in the end we had nothing, no results whatsoever. So that's very frustrating. And the same word that I don't know yet still. The person who runs the project, so to speak, my supervisor maybe, he's still very positive, because he also wants us to make mistakes, so we learn from them, blah blah. And yes, it's okay. We're the first one to look for this, and we're the first ones to use these kind of primers, so we're, how did he call it again? We're fine-tuning the process, which I don't find too bad to do, but it's kind of sad that we have to do all this fine-tuning and failing so much. Not because it's our fault, but just because nobody knows how to do it exactly. But we only have 2.5 weeks, and then we have to present our results and make a pretty extensive report. And well, if you don't have any results, you don't have anything to talk about now, do you? So that's what I'm up to at the moment, and I'm making pretty long days. Well, today was not too long. I was done at like, well, 3:30 I think, so that's early. I've also had a 9 to 6 day this week, and well, it's okay, I guess. I like having something to do during the day. So I hope I've bored you to relaxation or sleep with my ramble, which you probably don't understand at all, because, well, I know I'm not very good at explaining stuff, and especially if you don't know anything about biology or genetics or anything of that sort. So really ask me why it is important that we find it. I don't know why we need the genes to determine sex determination in wasps. I really don't know. I'm having a hard time trying to find a bigger purpose of this. I've talked about it with my supervisor, and well, basically it's just interesting for them, I think. Just curiosity or something, I don't know. But and I do find it interesting, but like I said, the methods are boring, and it's not really my subject. So yeah. Okay. This has been long enough of a test run. And like I said, I hoped I've bored you to sleep. And I hope to do lots of fun things with this recorder in the future. But don't ask too much of me yet. I'll still have to find everything out, and I'm not really a natural at computer stuff, so give me some time.